Right now, the frustration pouring out of Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc in front of their own fans is almost unbelievable. At Monza, in front of the tifosi, who had filled every grandstand with red flags and deafening chants, this was supposed to be a moment of pride. Instead, both Ferrari drivers were left shaking their heads, betrayed not by their talent or their speed, but by their team strategy. The atmosphere shifted from expectation to disbelief in an instant, and what should have been a celebration turned into one of the most painful qualifying disasters Ferrari has faced on home soil. What makes this sting even more is how different the mood was just 24 hours earlier. On Friday, Hamilton looked untouchable, controlling the SF25 with ease, laying down lap after lap that left Ferrari engineers wide-eyed and the fans dreaming. Leclerc was right there with him. The car looked balanced, and the talk in the paddock was not about survival, but about dominance. Ferrari, for the first time in months, had looked like favourites, but when the pressure hit in qualifying, everything unravelled. The tifosi had come expecting a statement, a Ferrari lockout on the front row, a chance to fight Verstappen and McLaren head-on. Instead, they witnessed their team fumble with strategy in front of the world. Hamilton, carrying a grid penalty, had nothing to lose, but was never used to help his teammate. Leclerc, left without a tow when he needed it most, found himself stranded, robbed of the weapon that could have pushed him into contention. The frustration on their faces said it all. Two world-class drivers ready to fight were left shortchanged by their own team at the Temple of Speed. And that's why this weekend has already turned into one of the most dramatic stories of the season. Ferrari had the car, they had the crowd, they had the momentum, but strategy tore it all away in front of their people. If you're a fan of Hamilton, Leclerc, or Ferrari itself, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, and stay with us until the very end, because we're diving deep into every detail of this Monza disaster and what it means for tomorrow's race. The frustration that consumed Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc at Monza did not come from a lack of pace or effort, but from the very strategy Ferrari chose on the most important Saturday of the season. Ferrari had all the ingredients to deliver something unforgettable in front of their home crowd. They had a car that looked transformed on Friday. They had the momentum of Hamilton's sublime long run, and they had Leclerc's sharp one-lap speed that had the tifosi on their feet. What they lacked was the boldness to take the obvious step. Instead of turning Hamilton's unavoidable penalty into a weapon and giving a slipstream to fight for pole, Ferrari played it safe. In doing so, they turned opportunity into frustration. Hamilton entered qualifying knowing that whatever lap he produced, however close to perfection it might be, he would drop 5 places on the grid. He could have taken the role of the ultimate team player, blasting down Monza's endless straights and carving a path for Leclerc to sit in his slipstream, shaving off those crucial tenths that could have put him on the front row. The tifosi were waiting for it. The paddock was waiting for it. Yet Ferrari decided to ignore the slipstream game entirely. When Q3 arrived, the team sent Leclerc out first, with Hamilton trailing at a distance that made him completely useless for strategy. It was like watching a team choose to play with one hand tied behind their back. Already under the weight of expectation from tens of thousands of fans draped in red, Leclerc delivered a strong first lap in Q3. It was neat, controlled, almost flawless, and it placed him in the fight. But it was only ever going to be the set-up lap for something bigger. The second attempt was where the magic should have happened, only this time he was left alone. No car ahead, no air to punch through, no slipstream advantage to squeeze those last tenths from the SF25. After the session, Leclerc did not hide his disappointment. He admitted with an air of resignation that without anyone in front, he had lost time, especially on the straights where Ferrari knew he could not match Verstappen's record-breaking pace. His engineer responded with encouragement, insisting they were moving in the right direction. The sighs between Hamilton's words told the true story. He had been reduced to a passenger in Ferrari strategy, sidelined by a decision that left both cars underachieving. The tifosi who had poured into Monza with their hopes sky high were left restless and agitated. These are fans who do not just support Ferrari, they breathe it, and they had come prepared to witness history. On Friday, they had been teased with the vision of a Ferrari front row Hamilton and Leclerc on top of the timesheets. On Saturday, they saw their team play cautiously when boldness was demanded. The banners still waved. The chants still rang out. But underneath was an unmistakable sense of deflation. Once again, Ferrari had found a way to undermine themselves, and once again, it had happened on their own stage in front of their own people. Even Frédéric Vasseur's explanation failed to convince. He defended the decision by saying Ferrari wanted to focus on clean preparation laps, pointing out how close the margins had been earlier in the session and insisting that Leclerc would not have taken pole even with a tow. In his view, starting fourth was not a failure, but a decent platform. Yet that argument rang hollow to those who had watched Verstappen storm to pole with a record-breaking lap and McLaren lock down the places behind him. The tifosi were not looking for cautious pragmatism. They wanted Ferrari to seize the moment, use every tool at their disposal to show the courage befitting their history. Instead, what they got was indecision disguised as caution. Inside the garage, the disappointment was heavy. Mechanics who had been jubilant on Friday now looked deflated. Engineers who had marveled at Hamilton's long-run data and Leclerc's one-lap speed were left asking themselves what might have been. And the drivers themselves, though professional and measured in public, could not hide the frustration etched into their words and body language. Hamilton knew he had been shackled by the penalty, but also by a strategy that gave him no purpose in qualifying. Leclerc knew he had been left to fight alone, denied the one advantage that could have put him in the mix for pole.